Hi, I hope that you are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today where we are going to talk about books. And today's book is Hunting by Stars by Cherie Dimaline. And please, I apologize if I am mispronouncing any of the names today. Hunting by Stars is a dystopian science fiction book taking place in a future Canada and United States. Years before the start of this book, plagues and natural disasters have killed millions of people. And for those that are left, many of them have lost their ability to dream. And people without dreams are haunted and become ill. It is soon discovered that the Indigenous people of North America have retained their ability to dream. And so the governments reopen or open residential schools where they can bring in dreamers and harvest their dreams. French, who is 17 years old, has lost his family to these schools. And he now lives with a group of dreamers, his found family, until the day he awakens, locked in a dark, dark place, and he knows exactly where he is, and he knows that he must escape. His family on the outside searches for him while facing challenges and increasing threats from recruiters and the school system. Will they be able to survive long enough to reunite? This book is science fiction, so obviously all of it is not true. But the residential school system in both Canada and the United States was a very real thing that Indigenous people had to deal with. And it's something that has had consequences into the present day. So the idea was to remove Indigenous children from their homes and bring them into a school system that would erase their Indigenous culture and incorporate them into mainstream society. And as I said, the impacts of this system have had repercussions into the present day for many Indigenous communities. So what are some books to read? To learn about the school systems and Indigenous cultures, I've got a few for you. So first, we've got Undefeated, Jim Thorpe and the Carlisle Indian School football team by Steve Sheinkin. And this book will give you some insight into how the residential school system worked in the United States. So the Carlisle Indian School was a school designed to incorporate Indigenous children into mainstream culture. And it was run very much like a military academy. So they were awoken by bugle call early in the morning. In the morning, they would have classes on reading and writing and mainstream subjects. And in the afternoon, they would have vocational training. Carlisle Indian School also had an amazing football team. And they played against the college schools, including at that time the Big Four. So, Princeton, Yale, Harvard, and Pennsylvania. This is an astonishing sports story, a look at a detrimental government program, and the story of a group of young men at the school who faced unbelievable challenges both on and off the field, and their refusal to accept defeat. Trickster, Native American Tales, a graphic collection. And this is a collection of Native American trickster tales told in graphic format. Each story is told by a native storyteller who chose an artist to illustrate, so it's in graphic novel format. And if you would like to become familiar with the Trickster or Native American Tales, this is an excellent book to do that. Powwow Summer by Nahanni Shingoose. River is part Ojibwe and part French. She lives with her mother and her stepfather, and she is teased at school and feels like she doesn't belong. So after school, she goes to spend the summer with her father and her grandmother, and they are both also Ojibwe. Her eyes are open to a new world where she learns about the lives of the people in her community and the effects of the residential school system. River makes new friends and is enjoying the summer until things go very wrong, and her identity is once again called into question. River begins to understand that what it takes to belong is much more than where she lives or the friends she makes. And there we are. I hope that you enjoyed this look at Hunting by Stars and other stories to read. And I will be back next week when we will talk about the book Everything Within and In Between. Until then, I hope that you enjoy all that you read and all that you do. And thank you.